Welcome to Storytime with Pastor Steve. Today's story, The Fisherman's Surprise. It's based on Luke chapter 5. It is written by Alice Berge and illustrated by Bill Bem. As Jesus walked one morning by the Sea of Galilee, he saw some fishermen at work. Said, "Jesus, follow me. I'll teach you how to help me in the work that I will do." "Yes, Master," called the fisherman, "we'll come and follow you." The men left their boats and nets. They went with Christ instead. "From now on, you'll be catching men, not fish," the Master said. Then, helping Jesus teach and heal, from place to place they trod, not bringing fish from the sea, but bringing men to God. When Jesus died, his friends were sad. Alone they wept and said, "The one who was our master and our dearest friend is dead." One day went by, 2 days went by, the third day dawned, and then at evening Jesus came to them. He was alive again. "Don't be afraid," his puzzled friends all heard their master say. "I had to die and rise again to take men's sins away." The men rejoiced. This truly was the master they could see. He told them, "I will meet you soon. Go back to Galilee." The men walked back to Galilee. They waited there, and then one afternoon they went and sat down by the sea again. They watched the fishing boats go out. The setting sun was red. "I miss the master. Oh, I wish that he were here," John said. "Yes, many days had passed since we had seen him," Thomas said. The men all sadly shook their heads. "What shall we do?" James sighed. "Let's fish," said Peter. "Yes, let's fish," the other men said too. They found their nets and oars, and then, just like they used to do, they climbed into their boat, and as the sun sank low and set, they rowed out on the water and let down their fishing net. The stars soon twinkled up above. The yellow moon was bright. The men let down their fishing net time after time that night. Each time they pulled it in, they looked for fish, but there was none. Yes, though they fished all night, they caught no fish, not even one. "Have we forgotten how to fish?" asked Andrew, looking glum. "Yes," Peter said, "our luck is bad. I wish I hadn't come." I wish we hadn't come. The sun was rising from the shore. The men heard someone call, "Do you have any fish there, lads?" They cried, "No, none at all." "Then let down your nets on the right side," he called back from the shore. Surprisingly, the men let down their nets into the sea once more. They waited, then they grabbed the ropes and began to pull. Then, "Fish!" cried Peter. "Fish!" cried John. "Oh, look, our net is full." The men could not believe their eyes. "We caught no fish all night. Now look at all these big, big fish," they shouted in delight. "It must be Jesus on the shore," John said to Peter. Then, yes, Peter thought, it's Jesus come to help us once again. He jumped into the sea and swam toward shore where Jesus stood. The rest came in the little boat as quickly as they could. "Oh, Jesus, Jesus," cried the men when they had reached the shore. "How glad we are to see you. Please don't leave us any more." Just then they saw a fire of coals with cooking fish and bread. "Now bring some fish that you have caught," "We need more," Jesus said. "You make our breakfast, Master," his surprised and pleased friends cried. "You worked all night. I knew you would be hungry," he replied. But Peter ran and pulled the catch of fish in from the sea, and on the shore they counted them 153. Then Jesus put some on the fire when they had cooked a while. "Come now," he said, "your breakfast, lads," he called out with a smile. The Master's friends sat around the fire. He gave them fish and bread. Now Jesus said to Peter and the rest when they were fed, "Feed all my sheep and lambs." And then he gave them this command: "Tell the world that I have come. Go into every land. Tell red and yellow, black and white, until all people know I shall be with you every day and everywhere you go." The fisherman's surprise. The surprise is that God has called us to be fishers of men, and it doesn't matter who those men are. He has called us to fish for all men, to bring His love, His forgiveness, His promise of eternal life into all the world. May God give us the courage to not only fish all night, but to fish the way He calls us, by sharing His love. May we share His love today. God bless you.